Hi everyone, it's Leticia from Imagine Snip and Glue again, and this is the second part of my Mother's Day share, and I had forgotten to show you that I also used this paper pad from Hampton Art, and it's called Berry Blast. Sorry for the glare. Okay, it's called Berry Blast, and it's from Hampton Art. And I'm going to show you in which card I used. I just used 3 papers from this pad, okay? So the first card that I made is this one. And let me put these aside. This one is, I used the Rosewood collection paper completely on this one. I used it here. I started with pink cardstock, and these are all crisscross cards. I followed a tutorial on YouTube. There's several on how you can make crisscross cards. There are some that are really pretty and that use some of the new Tilda images and all that, but I didn't have time to stamp images and color them, and I just wanted to make them as fast as I could. So I used the paper line, the roses, like the one that I used in the heart in the part previous to this one, in the like sort of primitive heart one. This is the paper that I used. And I used it on the inside as well, and you can see that I already have my message in there. I fussy cut this butterfly. I made the little antennas with some wire, and then I fussy cut the flowers down here, and I just put some glitter on them, some glitter glue on them, and all this is part of the same paper. It was this paper. It had like a part on the bottom with stripes, with really pretty stripes, and as well on the top. On the top it had the butterfly, and on the bottom it had the flowers, but it didn't fit. So I just cut it to size. But I did cut out the butterfly, and I cut out these flowers to decorate, the little piece of paper, the note that I was going to write. So here's this is the inside, and on the outside I just decorated this. Wait, hold on, let me just, okay, there you go. There. Okay, so on the outside I just took this cutout from the same paper line, the Rosewood paper line, and I just outlined it. I just put some how do you call it, from the paper doilies. I cut out the edges to decorate it. And I forgot to tell you, this band that goes right here, this is the only one, and in here, and of course here, I used pink, and I used brown chocolate cardstock as well. Okay, it matched pretty well. So this is from the same paper line as well, from the Rosewood collection, from the Rosewood paper line. And okay, so I cut out this one and this cutout, and I just put Happy Mother's Day. I added a bling heart. With the same marker that I used to put Happy Mother's Day, I sort of like outlined like a little butterfly trail on some of these butterflies. Then on the corner, I put some ribbon that you can hardly see. There's a little piece of ribbon, a very, very thin ribbon down here, and then on top of that one, I put this organza ribbon, and I made a little bow. And it looked pretty like that, but then I wasn't completely satisfied. So because I know it has flowers already, it has a lot of roses because it's all about roses, but I wanted to add some, dimension to it. So I added 3 of these little roses that I make with ribbon, and then I added these other 2 small roses to complete it, and then I just put a little piece of tulle here to complete, you know, just so to add a little bit more fluffiness in there, and that's it for this card. Now my second card is this one. This one is the one that I tell you that I used this paper line, the Berry Blast from Hampton Art, and you can see that it's this one that I used, this one right here. And I made this one, oh, and in the center here I used this one right here, right there. And of course all the cards that I've showed you, I inked around the edges so that it would look a little bit more finished. Okay, so for this one I used chocolate cardstock, colored cardstock, chocolate brown chocolate, oh gosh. Okay, brown chocolate cardstock, and then on top of that I used the paper line, and since these papers are also like cardstock, so you know, I didn't have to add any other colors to it. I added there's supposed to be 3 layers here. It's the base one, and then you add another layer, and then you add a 3rd layer. But and I did do it, but I used the same, I'm sorry, I used the same brown chocolate cardstock to do all that. And here I just put this other kind of paper, and I distressed it. I just inked the edges with the one from the ink pad from Colorbox. I don't know the name of it. I looked all over for it, but it doesn't have a name. But it's like a burgundy color. And I also made a flower, a rose in burgundy, and this one I spray misted a lot. You can see that it has a lot of glimmer to it, but this is the only one I glimmer misted so much. Then I added 1 leaf, and I curled some of the stem from the leaf. And then on this side I added it's a weird color, it's like an ochre color, it's between orange and brown, but with brown hues. It's a very pretty color. And of course one of my distressed roses that are becoming my favorites, and I put a very light mint green rosebud, and I added some tulle here, and I added some tulle on the top as well. And then I cut out a double banner. I added a banner on the bottom that says Happy Mother's Day, and it's got this cut on both sides, and I just glued it there. And behind everything, of course, you can see that I have a very small doily. Now on the inside, what I did was I made a pocket with hinges on the side, so it could be a little bit, you could fit a little bit more in there. And I made this really long message. And this one, I cut out this paper I took a piece of paper from the Flutter Bloom from Hampton Art, and it goes from white and it ends up in yellow. You can hardly see it. I hope you can see it. And I just wrote some really long message, and I just, inked the edges, and I rounded out the corners with my corner rounder. So there's my message in the pocket, and it goes in there. That's my second card. And my third card, I used gray cardstock as the base, and blue as my second layer, and then I used this really pretty pink as my third layer. And this is from, oh, this is from the Tea Party collection. So in this one, you can hardly see it, but it's got all roses, and it's like a lovely pink, very, very cute pink. And you can see that it has a really, really long, humongously long message. And I just put two, on all of them, I put some enamel dots here. I put enamel dots on this one. On the first one, I put some bling to match the heart. So yeah, I made these enamel dots myself. But anyway, let's go back to this one. The back is, it's blue cardstock, and then I just put the message in there. And this one is also for a mother's first, for a girl's first Mother's Day. This one is for another niece of mine, and she became pregnant way too soon. She's 15 years old, and but she's happy, and I just wrote a very, very long message for her. So this is like a sort of special card. I made it simple because of her age. I didn't want to overwhelm her with flowers and all that. I just made a tulle bow. I added a very small rose made from ribbon. I added a bow, another bow made from pearls, and then I made this. You'd seen this before. I made this type of heart before. It's a puffy heart. It's a 3D-dimensional puffy heart, and you can wear it actually. This is a veil, and you can just take it out from here and put a chain on it, cording, anything, and you can wear it. And then I added this envelope. I just put two little hearts here and a butterfly, a very pretty and very blingy butterfly. I glued it here. And it says, "On your first Mother's Day, for Melissa from her aunt, with all my love." And I wrote some just, congratulations or happy Mother's on your first Mother's Day celebration. And I put the date. And that's it. And I just used the same, I put it behind here, and I used the same part of the bow tail to just clip my little clothespin on there with the little envelope. And so these are my 3 cards for in crisscross fashion, in crisscross style. I think they came out pretty too. And let's move on to the third part, where I will be showing you only 2 cards for my daughters-in-law. And thanks for watching this second part. Okay, I'll see you soon.